A procedural heist happens on the court docket. It is executed with stamps, filings, and a word processor to rewrite reality from the inside out. For the last decade, Nevada homeowner Nona Tobin has been fighting a homeowners association foreclosure. What began as a dispute over property records eventually escalated into a systematic breakdown of the legal process. Tobin's central claim against the opposing attorneys is specific and severe. She alleges a high-stakes legal violation known as fraud on the court. This is different from standard courtroom perjury, where one side lies to another. Fraud on the court is an inside job. It describes conduct that actively corrupts the judicial machinery itself, making it impossible for a judge to perform their function as a neutral arbiter. By weaponizing filing deadlines, document headers, and procedural loopholes, perpetrators can blind a judge to the facts, invent phantom corporate entities, and effectively steal a courtroom. To hijack a courtroom, the first step is ensuring the other side isn't in the room to stop you. According to court records, the opposing attorneys set a trap ahead of a crucial hearing on April 23, 2019. They served Tobin with an official notice claiming the hearing had been delayed to May 7th. Relying completely on that official legal notice, Tobin did not appear. With Tobin absent, the opposing attorneys held what is called an ex parte meeting. This is a one-sided communication where lawyers speak privately with the judge, unchecked by the opposition. During that unopposed session, the judge unilaterally struck Tobin's verified evidence and filings from the official record, treating them as if they never existed. By orchestrating that ambush, the attorneys legally erased the paper trail. They blinded the court to the actual facts of the foreclosure, leaving the judge vulnerable to the next phase of the deception. With the opposing evidence wiped from the docket, the heist moved into its second phase, manipulating exactly who has the power to ask the court for relief. The foundation of civil law relies on a strict rule called legal standing. It is the requirement that a party must have a direct personal stake in a dispute before they can invoke a judge's authority. In this specific HOA dispute, the entity with actual standing was a specific partnership subsidiary that handled the foreclosure sale. A totally separate corporate entity, Red Rock Financial Services LLC, had no connection to the dispute, but the attorneys allegedly executed a bait-and-switch. They swapped out the valid partnership for the disinterested non-party, Red Rock LLC. The mechanism they used to achieve this switch was remarkably simple. They just started adding 3 letters, LLC, to the plaintiff's name in the captions of their legal filings. The strategic motive was to invent a ghost plaintiff. By putting the LLC on the paperwork, they created a decoy that shielded the actual partnership from facing legal liability or paying out the disputed funds. Overwhelmed by the volume of filings, the court accepted this decoy. For years, the judge issued orders and granted motions in favor of an entity that legally had no right to participate in the case. By manipulating 3 simple letters on a document header, the attorneys bypassed the rules of jurisdiction. They tricked a judge into ruling on a case over which the court had no legal authority. What actually happens to the official legal record when a court's power is successfully hijacked by a ghost entity? It triggers a legal concept known as void ab initio. Translated from Latin, it means the ruling is void from the very beginning. The logic goes like this. If a court's jurisdiction is invoked through fraudulent standing, it lacks the actual power to act. And a court without power cannot issue a valid ruling, meaning its subsequent orders legally do not exist. This is different from a standard legal error, where a judge simply makes a mistake that you have to appeal within a strict deadline. Because a void order never truly existed in the first place, it can be challenged and overturned at any time. This decade of litigation highlights how the American justice system functions. It relies on the honor system of attorneys acting as truthful officers of the court. When that honor system fails and procedural rules are weaponized to manufacture a fake reality, the judicial machinery breaks down entirely. It turns out a pen and a legal loophole are far more dangerous than a physical heist.